Welcome to Everlasting Talk. Hello, welcome to Everlasting Talk. I'm host Ever. Today on the Biography series, we're talking about Nelson Mandela. Before we continue, I want to let you know to please follow us, like, subscribe, and follow on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, and Twitch. Let's get started. Nelson Mandela, from his humble beginnings to becoming a symbol of hope and equality, Mandela's journey is a testament to power and resilience and determination. Join me as we explore the life of Nelson Mandela and his impact in the world. Nelson Mandela was born on April 18th, 1918, in a small South African village, raised by his tribal chief father. His name was Roli Allah. At the age of 7, his British teacher would give him the name Nelson. Mandela's early years were shaped by the influence of tribal leadership and a British education. He grew up immersed in his tribal heritage and the contemporary language of law, which would later fuel his fight for human rights and equality. Escaping an arranged marriage, Mandela would eventually arrive in the city of Johannesburg, where he witnessed the harsh reality of a divided South Africa. Mandela joined the ANC, the African National Congress, an organization dedicated to establishing a democratic government in South Africa. In 1952, he married his first wife, Evelyn, but Mandela's commitment to activism and justice would eventually see Evelyn leaving him. The ANC adopted a non-violent stance in 1952. Mandela would travel across South Africa advocating for change and garnering support for his cause. The government eventually responded by restricting Mandela's movements and containing them to the city of Johannesburg. In 1956, Mandela and 150 other activists were arrested and charged with treason. He waited for trial for 4 years. During this time, he met Winnie Makizela, who would eventually become his second wife. By 1960, the ANC was outlawed, and Mandela went underground, forming the armed wing called Umkhonto we, or otherwise known as Spear of the Nation. As people demonstrators were getting killed, he traveled abroad in secret for international support for anti-apartheid movements. But when he returned to South Africa, he was arrested and charged and sentenced to 5 years in prison. He got additional charges, including sabotage and conspiracy to overthrow the government. He would eventually defend himself on trial, not having a lawyer, but consequently, it ended up getting him a life sentence and sent to Robben Island off the coast of Cape Town. Um, Instead of fading into obscurity, Mandela's imprisonment transformed him into a symbol of resistance and hope. There were offers to release him in the 1980s, but with the condition that he renounced violence, but he refused because he still felt there was a plight of the South African people to be free. However, by 1990, the government finally declared the ANC legal, and Nelson Mandela walked free after 27 years of captivity. At the age of 71, Mandela emerged as a beacon of change and was named the head of the ANC. His relentless efforts to end apartheid earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. And by 1994, after more than 300 years of oppression, South Africa witnessed an historic moment for the first time ever. Black South Africans had the opportunity to vote for their rulers and their president. At the age of 75, Nelson Mandela was elected president in a landslide victory, a testament to the spirit of the nation yearning for equality and freedom. Mandela's ascent to power was a watershed moment not only for South Africa but for the world in entirety. His presidency marked a significant milestone in the struggle against apartheid and him becoming a symbol of hope, reconciliation, and unity. The global community celebrated the triumph of justice and the power of forgiveness. Mandela proved to be a master politician, skillfully navigating the complexities of a divided nation. He knew that when he stood firm and went to seek compromise, which included inclusivity and cooperation. However, even in the midst of triumphs, he faced many personal challenges. His marriage to Winnie ended in 1996 because of him being president and doing all the the stuff, the hardships and sacrifices for a pursuit of a greater cause. Beyond his presidency, Nelson Mandela dedication to human rights remained unwavering. He played a pivotal role in mediating the civil war in Burundi, um, demonstrating his commitment to peace and stability. He continued to campaign causes close to his heart, raise awareness about AIDS, and supporting other various human rights organizations. Nelson Mandela's legacy is one of resilience, perseverance, and the belief in the inherent dignity of every human being. He will forever be remembered as a peaceful freedom fighter who shattered barriers and inspired generations. His life serves as a reminder that one person armed with unwavering determination and a vision for a better world can truly make a difference. I do recommend some books and some movies you could check out. He was a prolific author, so he has several books out there. Prison Letters that he came out with himself by Nelson Mandela. There's A Long Walk to Freedom that he wrote by him. Conversations with Myself. There's other ones as well as Dare Not Linger that he wrote himself. The struggles, the struggles in my life, his speeches, Nelson Mandela. There's movies as well you can look at. He showed up in many of these movies. Mandela, 1987. Director Philip Savell. There's Invictus in 2009, directed by Clint Eastwood. It showed the divided country, going talking about, it's like the story of the South African rugby team, Invictus. So it's about him, being one of the main characters and getting the country together to support the rugby team. Mandela and the Clerk, 1997, directed by Joseph Sargent. There's Endgame, 2009, directed by Pete Chavis. So there's so many different movies and books you can look about him. He's very prolific in his writings himself. A lot of these books, he's definitely a he wrote his own autobiographies. But yeah, yeah. If anything, if you guys check out these movies and books, I definitely recommend that. And yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Join us next time as we uncover more biographies from history, shedding remarkable individuals and others, the good and the bad, But yeah, next time we're going to talk about Ivan the Terrible. I know that's the bad. We're going to about Ivan the Terrible. And then, yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on, on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. Make sure on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. This is Ever from Everlasting Talk, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Everlasting Talk. For more content, follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Everlasting Talk. Thank you.